Hi everyone. At the time of this recording, it's a few days after Thanksgiving and Black Friday in 2024, and it's a time where people are starting to get ready for Christmas. And what I thought I would do in this video is to talk about adding some motion text to PDF documents, and I'll focus on creating something like greeting cards. And since it's Christmas season, I'll use an example for a Christmas card. So if I come over to the file I have open here, you'll see that I have revolving text at the top. And you'll notice that there's a little plus sign indicating that it's showing overflow text as an icon there to show that there's more text that's scrolling across. So if you want to remove that, go to Preferences. I'll hit Control K on Windows or Command K on the Macintosh to open up my preference settings. And what I want to do is go to Forms, and you can see over here where it says Show Text Field Overflow Indicator. I'm just going to take that off and then click OK. And you can see that that little plus symbol is hidden now. Now there are a few JavaScripts in here that make this work. First of all, when you launch the application or when you launch this file within Adobe Acrobat or Adobe Reader, you'll notice that it automatically starts scrolling the text. And that's all handled on a page action JavaScript. So if I come over here to the far left, take a look at my page icons over here, and if I right click to open up a context menu and then come down to page properties, you'll see that I have over here tab order and actions. I'm going to go to actions, and on page open I have a JavaScript, and on page close I have a JavaScript. So here's the JavaScript that actually creates this action within this text field. So what I'm going to do is select JavaScript, and then I'll click on my edit button and open up my JavaScript editor, and you can see that I have a JavaScript here. Now the only thing that you need to worry about is this last line of code where you see a value over here. This number, as the number goes up, the scrolling of the text gets slower, and as the number goes down, you'll notice that the scrolling of the text goes faster. So if you want to change the scroll rate of the text, all you have to do is edit this value here. Now you'll notice also I have a JavaScript here on the page close action. If I click edit, you'll see this is just clearing the interval and the running time. However, if you actually edit these files, what you should do is quit Acrobat and restart it in order to get that motion activated. And a lot of times you'll have to do that. I also have these buttons down here where I can start and stop. So for example, it's running right now. If I click on stop, you can see that the scrolling has paused. If I click on start, I have the interval set to a different speed, so you'll notice it'll go faster. When I click start, you can see that now the scrolling is faster. Let's click on stop. I'll go over to my prepare form tool over here, and let's double click on start to open up my JavaScript editor, and let's take a look at the JavaScript here. You can see that this value is 150. When I opened the document, it was 500, and the scrolling of the text was much slower. So once again, just editing this number will change the speed either slower or faster depending on whether you go up or down in the value. Okay, now I have that JavaScript. I also have a document JavaScript. If I go over here, I'll go to JavaScripts and I'll go to document JavaScripts. You'll notice that I have a function here called motion. Click on edit, and here is the function that's called in the scripts either on the page open or on the start button that is accessing this function. And you don't have to worry about what this JavaScript is doing, because I'm going to show you the easiest way to create your own greeting cards or any kind of PDF document that you have where you want to add some scrolling text. So I'm going ahead and I'm going to close this file, And no, I'm not going to save it. And what I have here is basically just a text box, a start and stop. You'll notice that if I go to my page properties over here, I have my JavaScripts on the page open and the page close. I also have at the document level, I have a JavaScript that's already added here. So if I go to document, you'll see my motion function is here. And then I have a start and stop button. Now, if you don't want a start and stop button on your card or your PDF file, you can just delete these buttons. And when the file opens after you've go ahead and replace the page, which I'll show you in a moment, it will automatically create the scrolling for you. So what I have is a card over here. This one does not have any text at the top. And I'm going to take this and I'm just going to move it out. And what I want to do is take this and I'll get this file. Let's get this down. Let me arrange my documents here. Close this file because I don't need it. And here we go. Now what I'm going to do is I want to replace this page with my design. Okay, so the target is where all the JavaScripts are. You want to retain those. So what I'm going to do is I come over to this document. If I right click, I can go ahead and click on replace pages and I can locate that on my hard drive. But I can also just go ahead and do this visually, which I'll show you right now. And I've already done this in another video that I have uploaded to my channel. But let me just show you once again how to replace pages when you have two documents open. I'll go ahead and click. It's important to click. Just move it a little bit so you know you have it. Then press your Control-Alt key. That's on Windows. That would be Command-Option key on the Macintosh. I'll come over here and it will say replace pages, or it will give me an icon indicator that I'm going to replace the page. I'll release my mouse button. I'll click yes. I'll go ahead and close this file. And now I have, you'll notice that if I zoom out, you're going to find these fields offset a little bit here. And you can see in the left side of this document window, I have my text field, I have the start and stop buttons. And then I'll just go ahead and get my prepare form tool over here. I can just go Control A or Command A on the Macintosh to select all and just drag it to my document. Now once again, if I don't want my start and stop buttons, and I'll take those off right now, just delete those, okay? Now before I do anything, I want to set some attributes on my text box up here. So the first thing I want to do is return to my preferences. So once again, that's Control K on Windows or Command K on the Macintosh to open up my preferences dialog box. And what I want to do is enable my text overflow, because if I'm going to type a new message in it, I want to make sure I have enough room to add the entire line of text. And I'll click OK. And then I'm going to go and check the properties for this text field. So double click on it, and then I'm going to go to Options, and I want to make sure that scroll long text is enabled. Once again, so I can get all the text within my text box. And I'll close it. Then I'll come over to my preview and I'll click, insert my cursor and press Control A, that's Command A on the Macintosh, to select all, and I'll type a new message. So I'll type in have a very Merry Christmas. And then let's add an ellipsis or two here and a few spaces and accept my text like so. Okay, and all I've done is added my text here. Now once again, if I want to take off this icon, I'm going to return to my preferences. Press Control or Command K, and we'll make sure that the overflow indicator is off. Click OK, you see it disappears. Once again, I'll go to preview, and you'll notice that the text is not scrolling. What I need to do is save this document, quit Acrobat, and reopen it. So let's go to my File menu, and we'll choose Save As. And let's click on my folder here, and what I want to do is go to My New Doc. Something like that. Click Save. And then I'll go to File and quit the application. Then I'll go to My New Doc and open that up. And you can see now that the text is scrolling. Once again, if I want to change the speed, I need to come over to my page properties here, right click to open a context menu, go to page properties, go to actions, select my page open, click on edit, and you can see that this is the value that I want to change the speed by editing this number here. As it goes up, the speed is slower, and as it goes down, the scrolling is faster. Okay, that's all you have to do. Save this as a file, and then you can send it as an email to all friends who have either Adobe Acrobat or Adobe Reader. You can't add this as an attachment to a Messenger file in Facebook or anything like that. So you need to email the file to any recipients that you send this out to. Okay, so I hope this adds some interest for those of you who want to create greeting cards, or for that matter, any kind of PDF file where you need to have a little animation and scrolling text in a text box. So once again, this is Ted Padova wishing you all the very best in all your Acrobat activity, and until next time, bye-bye.